Welcome to Meliora's channel, your go-to place for C# and data analysis tutorials, products hands-on demos, and insider secrets to keep you at the cutting edge of innovation. Our goal is to break down complex tech topics to a level that you will easily understand to supercharge your skills. Without further ado, let's jump right in. Hello, and welcome back to Meliora's channel. In this video, we're going to discuss LINQ Lambda tutorial, focusing on really how to utilize the LINQ operators in conjunction with the Lambda expressions. You know, we did already a full video teaching Lambda expressions and delegates. So we're taking it a little bit further right now to talk about the the application of the Lambda expressions within the context of LINQ. So, in order to start, let's give a context of the project that I have defined. So, I have defined this project right now, the LINQ Lambda tutorial app, and within that project, I have actually defined the class, and that's a class of students. And for this class, a student has these properties. So every student will have a full name, an age, sex, which is whether it's a male or female, class of that student, and nationality, and then a bool that will indicate whether the student is a border or not. So with this class, I'm going to create a list of this class, and then we'll load student data into that list, and that will now form the basis of that will form the data pool that will then apply the LINQ query operators on. So let's go to the programs, and right here I'm going to define a few stuffs. So let's define a list of students, and it's list of students because we have a student. So, and then that list of students we call like students, and then we say new list of students. So we place the using here so that we can take off this. So we use the LINQ tutorial app that hopefully will take off all this. Yeah, it did. So now, having defined this, so we now have for list of students. So we can now load the students. So there are two functions we need to do. So we will load the students, and then we'll write the students or display student. So for load, let's define loads the students. So for loading the students, you want to load it and assign it to students. So students equals load students. And that's it. So now is showing this because we've not defined this method. So to define it, let's just click this to create a placeholder for it so that this can go. So when you have a list of students, now all students, that's what you have achieved here. You've loaded all students into this list. So now we need to then be able to filter those students as we want. So before we filter, okay, maybe I should just complete it. Let me load this so that you now know we can discuss the data and then utilize the data to begin to move forward with the applications to now see how we can filter to specific properties of the student. So for instance, we have all students, and then there are nationalities. So some students are Nigerians, some are Kenyans, some are Ghanaians, and then we can now actually filter this students list or students list to say only students that have nationality of Nigeria. So so to make things a bit fast, I've actually copied the code for loading, which we have done in several previous videos. So it's something that you should be comfortable with. So this is the code for loading data into the student's class. So now, as you can see, each class, each student will have a name, age, sex, as we mentioned in the properties earlier, nationality, and then an indicator, a Boolean indicator that will show whether that student is a border or not. So if it's a true, it means the student is a border. If it's a false, it means the student is not a border. So, having seen this data now that is loaded in as students, then what we want to do, the first thing we want to do is we want to just filter this list to only display only Nigerian students. So to do that, okay, this is load students, not okay. So to do that, we will define again Nigerian students, and we say list of students and Nigerian students, and then Nigerian students will now be equal to, you don't need to go through the new again because we already have the students list. So you have students, and you filter that students through the where LINQ operator, and then say S. So where S goes to S dot nationality equals Nigeria. And with this, if you do this here, you will now get a red wiggly line suggesting there is a problem with this statement. Now, the real reason for that is that what you have done now, if you look at this, you will say cannot implicitly convert system.collections.generic enumerable of this to system.generic.list of this. So it cannot, is expecting a return value of a list, and what it has is enumerable, which is not a list at this moment. So in order to, so the where returns an enumerable, whereas it is looking for a list, because this variable which we are using is variable of type list of students. So in order to make sure that we clear this, then we have to convert this to list by just doing a two lists operator here. And once you do it, that red wiggly line disappears, and you have the list of Nigerian students now. Now, to show that indeed this is, we now have the list of all students here and the list of Nigerian students here. So what we then have to do is to display this list. Now, to display it, you need to then have, let's display the Nigerian students first. So you need to have a display function or method. So that this display will take students in this case. So it will take list of students. So again, we just go and create a placeholder for this function. So it would let me bring the list of Nigerian students here. Now, so in the display list of students, will then come here, and all you need to do is just to do a for each, and that for each would say for each student in students. So for each students, you do this. So you just say console dot write line, then can just put the parameter you want to write out. So in this particular case, I just want to show that this particular student is from this nationality. So you can say student space and then the name of the student. So you can now say student full name. Is of nationality the nationality, which is student dot nationality. And then that's it. Basically, you put this. So you have this, but this is student, which is all lists. So you're displaying these students here, which is the all students list. So let's just indicate that this is all students list here. So we can, before we call this, we say control dot write line. So you just say all students. And then so it will display all students and now call the display method to then display the individual students, Then after that, I think you can repeat this again. So we can actually repeat this, but this time around with this will be Nigerian students only. And then this will now take this particular one, Nigerian students, but it's going to use the same routine to print it. So again here, just to get this to wait after writing, you put a read line at the end. So it will list all the students and now wait for you to press enter before it moves on. So the way it's going to work is it will write all students, then it will pass all the students class to this display, then it will display all the students, that's the student full name and their nationality, and then you press enter. It will then come down, display Nigerian students, and pass only Nigerian students to this display, and then it will then display all the Nigerian students the same way, student full name and nationality, which will be Nigeria in this case. So the second list will have all Nigerian nationality. The first list will have a mix because it is all students. So now if you run this, this is what we're going to get. So this is all students, as you can see here, and with all the lists, and you see, and the nationality is a mix. You can see Ghana, Kenya, and all that here, Nigerian, Gambian, South African. So now if you then press enter, you see the Nigerian students, and all the nationality here is Nigerian. So because this is a list of Nigerian students only, so every nationality, everybody here must have nationality as Nigerian. So, and that's it, ladies and gentlemen. So we have been able to show you in a nutshell how you can actually use the LINQ query operators to filter a list into a specific set of lists you want. We could have filtered this could have used age to filter this. We could have used the sex, in other words, the female students or male students to filter this. So you can filter with all kinds of parameters, and we are going to discuss a lot more of this in the future videos. So with this, we've come to the end of this video. I hope you liked it, and if you liked it and you need more, just let us know by dropping a comment informing us the kind of topics that you would like us to discuss. But beyond that, if you have not subscribed already, please go ahead and do that right away. Hit that subscribers button. Thank you for watching, and look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks, and bye for now.